Hello, Sarah from Earth Spirit, here to talk about the upcoming Mabon or Mabon or Autumn Equinox, whichever you call it, in the Southern Hemisphere, which is the 20th to the 23rd of March. So it's all about the changes coming, with autumn coming, just like the trees change the colour of their leaves, and then they shed their leaves. So we need to change things in our life, accept changes coming in our life, and get ready to just shed any negativity, anything that we don't need any longer. So it's a great time to work on all those sort of things. It's when the day and the night will become of equal length. So of course we've had the days longer than the nights, but it starts to even out to for Mabon, or equal length of the light and the dark. So there's all about balance as well. So look at balancing out things in your life. So getting some balance again, making sure that you're balanced as we're moving into the darkness of winter and the cold and darkness of winter, where we recharge. But just make sure that things like your chakras are balanced, like you're not working too much and not resting, or you're not sitting around too much and not being active. Just make sure there's that balance of everything in your life. So it's also about harvesting, so that that's also appropriate, because in the Southern Hemisphere the full moon comes up on the 29th of March, which is the harvest full moon in the Southern Hemisphere, which means we've already harvested. Last full moon was the grain full moon, so we were getting ready to do our harvest for that. That's what they would have been doing long time ago, following all these moons and all these different Wheel of the Year celebrations. So now we're moving into being thankful for what we've harvested. So you just turn it around and put this with your life. So if you've harvested everything that you've worked so hard for, and now we need to be grateful for all those things. So be grateful for the fruits of our labour, pretty much that saying. So be grateful for all those things that you've achieved, all those things that you've worked so hard for. You should be reaping all your hard work. All the benefits of your hard work should be starting to come forward for you. So you need to give thanks for that during autumn equinox, and just open up to changes coming in. Just have some beautiful autumn leaves in your house, the colours of them. To pick some up off the ground and put them on your altar is a great idea. I always do that, put them in the house and on the altar, and we get some beautiful dark red ones out at my place, and I always pick the really red ones and have a little bowl of them on the dining room table. So it's also a time to work on your shadow self, because it's the power of your shadow self, because the darkness is getting longer and we're working towards that winter months. So coming up soon, and all the trees are shedding their leaves so they can go to sleep, all the ones that aren't evergreens. So we've got to work towards getting ready for that hibernation period, of where I know we can't just stop what we're doing like they would have a long time ago. They would have stayed indoors a lot because they would have had no electricity and would have been so cold. But we're lucky with things, we can keep ourselves warm and that sort of thing. But it's about working on yourself, your inner self, so going within and working on that darker side of yourself. So it's about doing that as well. So it's like when there's a dark moon and you work on your shadow self. Autumn equinox, over that 20 to 23rd of March period, you can really intensify the work that you may have done on the dark moon that we've just had. Work further on that and work on your darkest shadow side. So I have a workshop all about your shadow work and what you need to do to work on that. If you're interested, it's on my website. You just need a YouTube account, and if you've got a YouTube account, I just send you the link. I think it's just $20. It nearly goes for an hour, so it tells you all about shadow work. So also it's a time to autumn equinox is a time to plan goals for the future. So you might want to sit down with your partner or by yourself or whoever you might want to make goals and plans for the future with, and just write out a list of things you'd like to work towards between now and the next autumn equinox. So dreams that you'd like to work towards, a time to do some ritual work for manifesting and getting your dreams to become reality. So maybe you'd like to do some of that with your work on the 20th and 23rd for autumn equinox as well. Work on your darker side and letting go of some things you might be holding on to, and then bringing in and manifesting some beautiful new dreams and wishes to move forward, and goals. So that's a little bit about Mabon or Mabon. Apparently it's pronounced Mabon. I've always said Mabon. It just sounds normal to me to say it like that. But autumn equinox, I usually call it autumn equinox. I just love the sound of the equinoxes and the autumn equinox. So look forward to the beautiful colours in the trees. We have that so beautiful here in Orange, and also the crunching of the leaves under your feet, and and the weather starting to change and the darkness getting longer. So I'm going to do through the week some more videos about autumn equinox with my beautiful book that I read out of for the Wheel of the Year celebrations. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for connecting. Magic and blessings. See you next time. Bye.